Yes, sir. All right, let's run it back. So a month ago, I think, I talked about Absolute Sonic. Now, if you don't know what that is, Absolute Universe, I got inspiration from that, which is a DC comic, a reimagination of DC characters shown in a different way compared to like their usual self. A common thing with the Absolute series, which I'm glad y'all, helped me on that and correct me, is that a main thing about Absolute is when character gets stripped of like one of their main traits or main things about themselves, how they move on and go on about this. That's one of the main factors, plus other things, as I said, like their looks, different personality changes, same core values, but like maybe just different approach to it and different upbringing could be involved in that too. So with Sonic, I probably should have said that, hey, what if his freedom was taken away from him? Like, he loves to run around like the world and stuff. He's fast, so he loves to just run. What if he can't escape? He's trapped inside like a wall, like Aaron or something like that. He's just stuck there. How would he adapt and how would he honestly be without his freedom? Interesting, right? So I decided, let's go ahead. I already did a video about Absolute Sonic in general. So let's go ahead and do the rest of the Sonic cast, the main ones, because if I did everyone, we would be here all day. So yeah, I'm going to do my favorites, the main Sonic cast, like from the games and even like maybe the shows, or like the ones that feature in the comics. The ones y'all know at me explaining who they are. That being said, let's go. Oh, whoa! Okay, so here's my pitch for Absolute Sonic Universe. Now, there are a lot of things you can go with this. Honestly, you could just do fucking Sonic Prime and call it a day. Let's just say, going for like a bigger, perspective. I mentioned in the other video, what if Eggman won and actually took the throne and defeated Sonic and just took over the world? So like pretty much the opening scene from Unleashed where he just blew up the world, the whole earth. Imagine just Doomsday, the Green Hill you knew is just dead ass this. I'm talking about like just destroyed Planet Namek type of area. Some shit Sukuna would do in Shibuya. Yeah, just a dreary, forgotten land. Just the buildings are gone. It's just, dark as hell. And let's say he won, right? But the Sonic crew is still alive and they are determined to stop Eggman after this hellish attack. But this time, I guess y'all gotta see it to know what I'm talking about, but it's like how everyone acted in season 4 Attack on Titan. Everyone's just done. They went through so much shit and now they're just serious, rarely smiling nowadays. If they take down Eggman, then the world would be healed. It's like defeating Thanos type shit. Imagine it was that serious in the Absolute Sonic universe. So Sonic, technically he still has freedom, but once you like check out different areas, see the people who lost from this attack, it's gonna be more of a serious Sonic. This smiling, happy-go-lucky Sonic is not gonna be shown as much. I won't say he won't be unhinged like how he was sometimes in the Archie comics, but just more serious. And actually, I want to add that what if he discovers more and more people that he lost, like his old friends, not his main crew, but like other friends, like I don't know, like Chaotix or some shit, like Uncle Chuck or some shit. They all gone. Like the more people he discovered who lost their lives, that smile he would have would just fade, and fade. And now he's full on Aaron in season 4. Yeah, honestly, I know I'm laughing, but that's kind of dark as hell. Or better yet, once he finally discovers like Eggman, he finally finds him. He pull up and one of his closest friends, Sally, Eggman just offs her. He just offs her. And then he snaps, just, Dark Sonic, everything, Dark Spawn, whatever, full on destroys Eggman while it also destroys himself. And now Sonic's gone. Sorry. I feel bad for like all the kids watching this. I'm sorry. I just showed like, Sonic in the dark light. Anyways, no, okay. I mean, I kind of got too carried away with that one. What if the other people in the crew were involved? Like Tails will basically just become Nines from Sonic Prime. Except maybe this time take away his resources to make things. Like he only has like a select few resources, his tools and gadgets to have, and he has to survive and try to defeat Eggman with that. Eventually he might run out of stuff to drive him to a like crazier state and even have like a mental breakdown similar to one he had in Sonic X, him being so useless that he can't do nothing anymore, and this changes him with the new circumstances that Eggman caused. But this time Sonic doesn't cheer him up. Sonic just tells him to figure it out, some shit, and leaves him be. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Who we got next? Knuckles. Okay, this is kind of tough. I had to think about this one.
5 minutes later.
You know what? Knuckles pulls a Usopp. Since Eggman destroyed most of the Earth, with that, he didn't destroy the Chaos Emeralds, but he destroyed the Master Emerald. And this destroys Knuckles. Changes him to the point where he stopped caring about certain things. He hates a lot of things now. He's mean to his friends and crew. Like, the most important thing to him, or one of the most important things, is stripped away, and now he's just broken. This caused him to leave the Sonic crew and go on his own adventure, whether that's him trying to avenge the Master Emerald and his people by destroying Eggman and maybe a felon. Just imagine. Pulls a Usopp from the Straw Hat crew. Sonic tries to fight him, and it results in the same thing. Knuckles loses, and Sonic and the rest of his friends just go on about their day. They're crying to see their friends. Oh, damn, this is dark. I'm sorry. I'm making myself uncomfortable now. Like, damn, this is really dark.
I don't want to play anymore. Normal voice.
Fuck it, let's keep going. Amy. How would absolute Amy be? Damn, I look here want to say it should just be Rosie from the Archie comics. Actually, yeah, that's really the definition of Amy, absolute version. But let's just say for this scenario, let's say Cream, her friend. Oh, hold on. Maybe this is wild too. I would say absolute Amy in this scenario, one of the personalities is her crush on Sonic, a great friend like Cream. But let's just say Cream just left the group. She went to go protect her mom, and so like she spends her time with the mom set and the crew a lot and leaves Amy to deal with, the crew. Of course, Cheese is with Cream. I know y'all in the comment. What about Cheese? He's with Cream. They're their own family at this point. Amy is stuck with, Sonic crew and the different personalities they got going on now. And let's just say Amy is broken like Knuckles. And you know what? She still had a crush on Sonic like before all this. But this time, seeing him in his new light forced her to see Sonic in a different way. That crush fades away. And this results to her trying to talk no juice to him to like become back his old self, but it doesn't work, especially after like Sally's death or something like that. And this drives him to the edge, and she is forced to just walk away from Sonic and let him just do what he has to do. Oh, hold on. I'm telling you, if you want to make some shit dark, you make it dark, man. Amy is forced to leave Sonic. Maybe tries to get some more of the crew with her. Boom, as it's forced to break up. Basically, from this absolute universe, Cream is gone with Cheese. Amy is gone. Knuckles gone. It's really just Sonic and Tails. And you saw that turned out. So pretty much in my absolute universe, the whole Sonic crew just dead ass just breaks up due to Eggman. But hey, like I said, Sonic tries to stop him, and he does, but ultimately costs his life, and he goes with Eggman. Oh. Now say, what about other characters? Oh, better yet, hold on. Okay, that's one version. Version 2 is what if we Attack on Titan this whole, and Amy's Mikasa, Sonic is Aaron. Amy comes in and just one last hit, boom, off Sonic. Because he's like the evil version himself. He does all this for someone to stop him, and that someone is Amy, her one true love. Hold on. See, I'm cooking. I am cooking. All right, now what about characters outside the Sonic crew? Like anti-heroes, other groups. Let's go ahead and go through them real quick. Shadow the Hedgehog. Absolute Shadow. Man, that's a video for itself. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm still in this one. I started this online. This is a great pitch. Shout out to bro for this one. Absolute Shadow would be Shadow if Maria was still alive. Like she never died, like she lived. And going from like the Sonic movie 3 perspective, Shadow would basically end up being more of a Sonic version than Sonic in this absolute universe, since Maria's still alive. And maybe they would cross paths. Shadow would try to like talk no jutsu, Naruto and Obito, but Sonic and Shadow in this scenario. And Sonic is Obito, Shadow is Naruto, if y'all was wondering. That results in a big fight. And now who will win? That's another story for itself, man. Hey, I'm not passing on these guys right here. But for the obvious end goal scenario with Sonic and Eggman, Sonic would beat Shadow here. But still, it'd be a great fight. And yeah, that's really all I got for that pitch for Absolute Shadow. You could do other things with that one, but I feel like that's one that I was just like, ooh, that's a very good one. All right, now let's talk about, I guess, Team Dark, might as well. Omega, damn. Would Shadow beat Omega since Team Dark would be a thing? Omega would be just a robot. I don't know. I don't know how to, like, I guess evil robot. I don't know, more of like Metal Sonic, like how Eggman's controlling. Ooh, what if Omega was with Eggman this time? I'm going with things on the fly here. So Rouge, how would Absolute Rouge be? I don't think she'll be a Shadow, so she could be a good version of herself. Just her and Topaz teaming up. Hey, she's actually a part of the police squad in this version. And she tries to stop Sonic crew, maybe Sonic and Tails, but like fails. Absolute, Silver, and Blaze. Maybe, I ain't gonna lie, I might follow the Dragon Ball timeline. Like, they come from the future, and they try to stop, maybe even warn Sonic crew about what's to happen with the Eggman explosion, or maybe even after that. Like, it happens, they come from the future and tries to help, like Amy would do, talk no jutsu Sonic? Or what if maybe after the explosion, he comes to stop both Eggman and Sonic, similar to his Sonic 06 appearance, because the world would be better off without these two. Then it's not really absolute though, it's kind of like literally Silver in Sonic 06. Genuinely the best way I could think of like absolute Silver is really the Android Saga, but Gohan is Silver. He still has everything like strong morale, but the hopefulness is not there. And the reason it's not there is because he tried and failed to stop Sonic and even tried to defeat Eggman, couldn't do it, and just gives up, accepts defeat. Maybe this version of him is not the god that he was in the Archie comics, especially against Interjack. How about maybe for Blaze, it could be similar to Wonder Woman. In this scenario, she could be friends with Amy, Cream maybe, and tries to help lead them back to normal with the Sonic crew. Try to get things back to normal, but instead of like one incident happened where she got to use help from the Soul Emeralds, this time instead of like blessing her and giving her more power, it curses her, and now she's like a version of herself she never thought she would be. This could result in like a tragic fate for her, and now she's at the picture, which will result to Amy and Cream still leaving afterwards. Hold on, see, come on. Other characters, maybe Big the Cat. Oh, you know, I don't like this character at all. I don't know, Big the Cat is just like a ferocious animal. I don't really care to spend too much time on him. You know what, better yet, a better version of Big the Cat, instead of him not doing nothing and being happy-go-lucky, he actually does something and is like a rabid animal, something like that. That's way better than the version he is now. But anyways, sorry, I had to throw that shot in there. Shout out Bit the Cat, man. Chaotix, I guess instead of Goofy, they're just like serious. SPL is more of like an elite assassin. Vector is just rude. Charmy, instead of joking a lot, he's actually, I don't know, party pooper, edgy emo boy. I don't know. Like they're actually more serious about their job. All right, now lastly, Metal Sonic. Absolute Metal Sonic. I don't know why. The first thing that I pictured was what if Metal Sonic was more like Miriam from Hunter x Hunter. That's the only thing I really can think of right now because it's kind of hard to, once again, he's a robot. He has great character in like the Archie comics, but like I'm trying to see how that would go hand in hand in here. I feel like that's the best way I can think of right now for Absolute Metal Sonic. And I kind of really already did Absolute Eggman, maybe the stuff that leads to him destroying the world. His father, he spends more time with Maria. He shows her more attention, thinks Eggman's like a disappointment or some shit. And that drives him to a crazy, more unhinged, evil state. At this time, he would do anything to go through with this goal. And that results to the end of the fucking road. And then back to square one with all the other Absolute characters. Come on. I think that's pretty good for myself. You know, that's my pitch for Absolute Sonic Universe. And as always, let me know down below in the comments what you think about my pitch for it. Originally, I had other ideas. I wanted to do a scenario where in the Archie comics, you know, the whole Silver Interjack storyline, replace those two with Sonic and Eggman. Another one was, I don't know, like the actual King Sonic storyline. I'll probably dive more into that. But yeah, I just had some other ones. And of course, you get more creative with this. Like I've seen some stuff on Reddit about other pictures and stuff, and it's some really great ones. I'll link the Reddits down below so I can go see them, see different discussions about it. I think this topic is very, very interesting. And yeah, so that is it for my pitch. If I do another Absolute video, it'll definitely be another character. Subscribe. The next Sonic video should be the tournament from the Archie Sonic. I know I've been teasing off for that for a while. My bad, I've been busy. Stay tuned. That's a great one. That's a great one coming. All right, man, that is it. Of course, if you want to check out more videos, this one or this one, check them out. It's great ones. And that being said, I am out. Peace. Oh, whoa.